Okay, here's our next thing. Instead of factor out the GCF, I want you to simply look at the expression and find the GCF, okay? There's going to be three parts to this. Okay, there's three things you need to check for. Number one is their negative in front. Okay. Number two is X on both numbers. Okay. And number three, what is the largest number we can divide by and not get a decimal. Okay, okay, so let's get started here. So I write GCF. That's how you abbreviate greatest common factor. Okay, it's called greatest common factor. Okay, greatest common factor. You don't need to write that on every one. So first off, is there a negative in front? No, there's not. Is there an X on both numbers? Yes. If I have X to the second power and X, I actually want to take the smaller degree X, so that's going to be this one here, just X, okay? Now, here's the next part. Underline both these. I'm going to teach you how to find the greatest common factor between 12 and 6. Now, take your smaller number, 6, the smaller number, and you're going to list all the factors of 6. So first I divide 6 by 1. I divided by 1 and I got 6. So 1 and 6, these numbers here are factors of 6. So I put 1 comma 6. After 1 comes 2. So I'm going to divide 6 by 2. Okay? I divided by 2, I got 3. So 2 and 3 are factors of 6. Now after 2 comes 3, but I've already got 3 marked down. So as soon as it's time to divide by a number that I've already marked, we're done with that part, okay? Now here's what I do. I run what's called a divisibility test. I look at my largest number from the list and I'm going to try to divide both of these by 6. So I take 12 divided by 6, that's 2, that works. Now I take 6 divided by 6, that's 1, that works. Since I didn't get a decimal, that is my greatest common factor, okay? So 6x. Okay, here's my next part. GCF, okay? The first two parts are easy. It's this one here. Do I have a negative in front? No, I don't. Do I have X connected to both values? Yes, I do. This is my smaller X. That's the one I put. Okay, so I have 12 and 8. 8's the smallest. I need to list all factors of 8. So 8 divided by 1 is 8. So I got 1 and 8. Okay, 1, 8. Okay. Next, try 2. 8 divided by 2. 2, 4. Okay, after 2 comes 3. 3 is not on my list, so I need to divide by it. Okay, that's a decimal. If I get a decimal, that means 3 is not a factor of 8. Okay, so don't put 3. After 3 comes 4, but I've already got 4 down, so I've completed my factor list. Now, okay, let's try 8. I take 12 divided by 8, But right away I know that won't work because I got a decimal, okay? So we can't do 8 because I divided and got a decimal. Now let's try 4, okay? So 12 divided by 4 is 3. That works. I didn't get a decimal. Now let's take 8 divided by 4. That's 2. So 4 is the winner. 4x. Okay, next problem. 15x to the third plus 20x. So GCF. So again, do I have a negative in the front? No, I don't. Do I have x connected to both of them? Yes, I do. Okay? So x. 15 and 20, okay? So I take 15 and I'm going to list all my factors of 15. 15 divided by 1 is 15. So I divided by 1, I got 15. So 1 and 15 are factors of 15. 15 divided by 2, I got a decimal. So 2 is not a factor. We don't put 2 down. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 3, 5, okay? After 3 comes 4. 15 divided by 4. There's a decimal. 4 is not a factor. And after 4 comes 5, which I already have. So that's done. Okay? All right, now let's take these. The biggest number is 15. So I try to divide 15 by 15 and 20 by 15. That's 1, but let's see if 20 does. No, it doesn't. I got a decimal. 15 won't work. Now let's try 5. Is 15 divisible by 5? Yeah, it is, because I got a 3. Is 20 divisible by 5? Yes, it is, okay? So 5. Okay, next up, GCF, okay? Do I have a negative in front? No. Do I have X on everything? Yep, there's my smallest, so X. Now, 64 and 16, so I take 6, again, 16 is your smallest, okay? So 16 divided by 1 is 16. So 1, 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So 2 and 8. After 2 comes 3. That's a decimal. After 3 comes 4. Okay, 4 and 4. Now, when I get twins, the list is done. Those are called twins, okay? Twins, 4, 4, done, okay? Now I take 16. I take 64 divided by 16, that's 4. And then 16 divided by 16 is 1. That's going to work, so 16x. Okay, next page. We're going to keep on going. Okay, I want to do something weird. I'm changing this. I want to put a 2 on that. Okay, I just do. So GCF. Do I have a negative in front? No, I don't. I have X on both, and this is my smaller one, so X to the second we put. Okay, so 3 and 16, we take 3. 3 divided by 1 is 3. 3 divided by 2 is a decimal, and then I have 3, but I've already got that, so we're done, okay? So, 3 divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 16 divided by 3, that's a decimal, okay? 3 will not work. Now, you can divide anything by 1, okay? Anything. So we're going to put a 1 there. Okay, next one, GCF. Now this one's these next 3 are gonna go quick. Explain why. You don't have a negative, you get X right there. Now, I've got these 5s, they're the same number, okay? So I'm gonna put same. When they're the same number, that means that number 5 is the GCF, okay? Because 5 will divide by 5, it's 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1, okay? 5x. Okay, GCF, do we have a negative in front? No. We got X, yep. Okay, and then 10, okay? if they're the same, okay, so 10 automatically is the GCF. Okay, do I have a negative in front? Nope. There's my smaller x right there, and they're the same number again, okay? So when they're the same number, it's automatically 20. Okay, now I've got these on the back, and then that's it. Okay, this gets you ready for what you're doing later on. Negative 4x to the second power plus 20x. Okay. This time I do have a negative in the front, so I need to put negative. There's x. And now I take 4 and 20. Okay. So let's look at 4. 4 divided by 1 is 4, so 1, 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so 2, 2. And then twins means the list is completed. Now let's take 4, okay? 4 divided by 4 is 1. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 4 works. So I didn't get a decimal, that works. Okay, GCF. Negative x, let's go 6 and 21, so 6. Okay, 6 divided by 1 is 6, so 1, 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so 2, 3. Okay, so let's try the biggest number. It's called, we check the biggest, so let's go 6 divided by 6, that's 1. Now we take 21 divided by 6. Okay, that's a decimal, so 6 is not it. Try the next biggest number, 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 3 works. Okay, next one, GCF. I have a negative. I have x connected to both, so x. Let's underline both of them. Now let's check 3. So factors of 3 are 1 and 3. 3 divided by 1 is 3. Divided by 2 is a decimal. And then after 2 comes 3. So we'll check him out. Okay? So 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. So 3. Okay, last one, GCF. We have a negative in the front. I have x connected to both, so let's go now with 20 and 30. So 20. 20 divided by 1 is 20, so 120. 20 divided by 2 is 10, so 210. 20 divided by 3 is a decimal, so 3 is not a factor. 20 divided by 4 is 5, so 4, 5. Well, after 4 comes 5, and I already have 5, so I'm done, okay? Now, let's check the biggest number. Biggest number is 20. So I take 20 divided by 20, that's 1, that works. But let's see if 30 does. 30 divided by 20, that does not. Out. Now let's try my next biggest number, 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2. 30 divided by 10 is 3. Okay, so 10 works. 10's the winner. Okay. Okay, now you can go ahead and work. This one here, remember, you don't have a negative in the front, but I have x7, x5th, so x5th is the GCF. Okay. All right, let me know how this goes, so I'll understand if it's a little confusing.